format. Teachers give homework based on the lesson we learned in class. If the student is already a master at the subject, it will just be a waste of time. Around 87% of all students participate in extracurricular classes. This means that the students may already learn the subject or don't have time for homework because of their classes. A lot of homework can take kids away from exercising. China is a country that assigns an absurd amount of homework, causing a very fast rise in obesity rate in children. It's not healthy for kids to be overweight at such a young age. Kids may not have time for homework. Lots of parents are very strict about school, so the kids may already have homework from their parents or the extracurricular classes that they attend. It can be stressful for the kid knowing that they need to complete homework from both schools and their parents. If the students are getting homework from many different people, they might start lying about finishing their homework even when they're not, so they won't have time to do they won't have to do as much. Just because homework doesn't physically harm the kid does not mean that they enjoy it. Lying about homework won't help them at all either. The teachers can just assign homework they wanted the kids to do in class. This way the teachers can answer questions on the spot before the kids forget the question. This also ensures that the kids are actually doing the work. The kid may also be more motivated to work seeing that all his or her classmates are also doing it. This also prevents students from playing games in class.
The topic is about why homework shouldn't be banned. Firstly, parents can see your progress or how the lessons are being understood by the student. So, for an example, if the student gets homework, the parents at home can see how well they're doing. Secondly, students can learn how to do things they don't like. And then it forces students to pay attention during class. It teaches students to use their time wisely, because if they have a lot of work, then they would have to use their time wisely and use time management. It teaches students to solve different problems. For example, in math, there's different problems and you have to solve different ones. Homework also teaches students to take responsibility for their part in the educational process. Homework also teaches students to be more independent, so that in the future, when they have jobs, they know how to do things independently instead of always relying on parents or other people.
As you said, parents can see their progress, but if they wanted to see their progress, they can always contact the teachers at any time. The teachers would be glad to fill them in about how their kid is doing or what they're learning in class. If you wanted your kid to learn to do something they don't like, you can just tell them to get good grades in class. That's something they don't probably very hard to do. Studying is also something they might not like, but studying is actually helpful, unlike doing the work that you might already know. If you wanted your kids to learn how to solve problems, then you can assign them work yourself, because you probably know best about your kid and where their education level is at. Teachers assigning kids homework does not really teach them how to solve problems, because the kid might start lying about doing homework or just might not do it. That doesn't solve any problem. Taking responsibility doesn't really have anything to do with homework, because if the kid just doesn't do it, what kind of responsibility are they taking? You can ensure that they are actually doing it if you assign the work in class, so you can see what they're doing and if they're actually doing their work.
Okay, so as you said, the students could lie about doing their homework, but the teachers could check their homework. How could they lie about that? So if they didn't do their homework, the teachers could check and know if they did it or not. And yes, also students don't like studying, but it will be important for some of some future jobs. Like if you want to be a teacher, you have to know how to teach the students properly, and students have to know how to study properly. And taking responsibility is important because the students have to know to take responsibility and finish their work and not lie about it. Parents can, the teachers can always find out if you're lying or not by checking the homework. And parents can also reach out to the teachers and ask them how their students are doing, but the teachers could also just ask the students.
Teachers give homework based on the lessons you learned. So if the kids already know what they're doing, the homeworks are a waste of time. It can take kids away from exercising, which is very bad for their health. Students may also not have time for homework because their parents may assign homework, or they might have extracurricular classes. If their parents are assigning homework, schools are assigning homework, and their extracurricular classes are assigning homework, they might get very frustrated at the amount of work they have to do. So they might start lying about homework, such as the homework that their parents are giving, and some parents choose to trust their kids and not check their homework. So that does not help the parents or the kids. And teachers can just assign the work they want to do in class. If the kids are seeing that their peers are also doing the same work they're doing, they can maybe discuss the questions together and they might actually find interest in doing homework. Teachers can also see that the kids are actually doing their homework and not just playing games in class. And this way the teacher can also see that the kids are understanding. The teachers can answer the students' questions on the spot instead of letting the kids forget the question while they're doing it at home.
Overall, parents can see the student's progress or how the lessons are being understood by the student. Students could also learn how to do things they don't like. Getting homework also forces students to pay attention during class, and it also teaches students to use their time wisely because when they have a lot of work and they're stressed out, they have to manage their time properly. It also teaches students to solve different problems, and homework teaches students to take responsibility for their part in the educational process. Homework also teaches students to be more independent.